Jefferson College has allowed me to pursue my dream. I owe so much to this place.
People have brought me so many amazing blessings. They have brought me great friendships.
I couldn't have had a better situation. I enjoyed my time here because the faculty was so warm and welcoming. Students were just, it was great to work with them.
I wouldn't have a career here if it wasn't for Jefferson College, and I don't say that lightly.
It's incredibly important for people to still care about fine arts. The college cares about fine arts and wants it to continue, which is really important.
Jefferson College Fine Arts, where creativity takes shape, talent shines, and passion finds a home. For more than 60 years, students, faculty, and community members have come together to create, perform, and flourish. Every studio, stage, and classroom tells stories of first steps, bold risks, lasting friendships, and lives forever changed. In 2026, the art, music, and theater programs enter a new era with the grand opening of a newly renovated Fine Arts Center. As the curtain rises on this exciting new act, it's the perfect time to reflect on the rich history of Jefferson College Fine Arts and look ahead to amazing possibilities.
This was the third year of the college when I came on in '66. The first year, of course, was at Hillsborough High School, and then we moved to the campus the second year and was still building buildings at the time. The music department was in the top part of the student center, the whole top floor. And the band and the chorus met in the same room. And our performance area for the public, of course, was the gymnasium, which is now the cafeteria. First performance was in that gymnasium, of course. It was called The Sounds of Music. It was in 1966, November.
I was in the first class to occupy the new Fine Arts building. My first semester, we met in the student center. We had classrooms upstairs, we had theory up there, but we were all excited because when we came back from Christmas break, we were in the new building. We were the brand new Fine Arts Theater, brand new classrooms and that sort of thing. So I was really a part of that. Now she gets to be a part of the second wave of that innovation. But that was back in 1972 that we moved into January of '72.
For 31 years, it was my life, period. It was everything that I did and such. But beyond the walls of Jefferson College, I got to meet all the directors, which meant I knew a lot of the musicians in the area of greater St. Louis area, because so many of them are also active in St. Louis performing all the time too. We had so many good concerts. I remember Richard Bell doing the Hallelujah chorus, Handel's Messiah, every year, and the plays that we had. And of course we did contests, which is a great community service. Bring 2,000 people on campus, all the high schools and their parents and the accompanists and the directors, and those were big deals too.
When I was first here, was Richard Bell was the choral director, and I was mostly a singer then. I played a little bit. I did come and play his Starlight Chorus concerts in the summertime. I've played for every high school in the county except Northwest.
As a student, well, I'll start there. As a student, my favorite memories, of course, include participating in the choirs. I was in 3 of them, and also the productions that Joe Wilson directed at that time while I was a student. And we also had the opportunity to go on a European concert tour, which was organized by Richard Bell.
We were anticipating the coming bicentennial of the United States celebrations. We were involved with a 5-country tour to Europe in 1975, the summer of 1975, 20 days. And we were singing the music of America, the music of Jefferson College, and having a wonderful time and spreading the good word of the United States of America. And we've sung in 13 different countries, Canada, and about half the states in the Union.
I still say, 50 years later, that really had a big impact on my life. And working with the teachers here, who I found to be excellent and very caring, I have to say I was honored to join the faculty, later. It's just been a great experience all the way around.
The performance groups were really fun. They were a lot of work, but they were really fun. And we would go to different festivals here and there. Went to Elmhurst a couple times, went to Wichita. Performing with the kids and getting the kids to see that sparkle in their mind, finally they put it all together, that's joyous. It's a great way to go about it, I think. Met a lot of great people out here. It was a fun time.
I was the designer, technical director, and sometimes director of the theater for 37 years. I've done 191 shows. It was like a dream come true. A proscenium arch theater, indoor, outdoor theater, and it was a dream. And I could direct, design, build, all those things that was somewhat trained to do. Although when I first started, I had a lot to learn. And through trial and error, finally got used to it, but it was tough.
I became very involved during the division chair time with theater, and it was there that I brought in some different people, Summers, and they taught the plays and put on the show. I think it was fairly successful. Tickets sold well, and it gave a shot in the arm to our work that summer.
Each journey to Jefferson College begins with a different story. Some came searching for opportunity. Others were looking for a place to belong, to explore their creativity, or to take the first step towards a dream. Not only did they learn new talents, they found everlasting friendships.
Well, in high school, I did a lot of music. I've been in the music program at DeSoto High School for a very long time. Financially, Jefferson College just makes sense. It's a cheaper school, but the faculty and the crew you get to work around is very impactful, and they really like to extend your creativity past what you thought it could be.
What initially brought me to Jefferson College was the fact that I'd been teaching high school for about 6 years, and I realized I just needed something different. I wanted to continue teaching, but I didn't think the high school level was really for me. And I already had my master's degree, so I decided that I wanted to teach at a community college. So I just started checking out the different listings that were available. And Jefferson College really struck me because it was close to St. Louis, which my grandmother lived in St. Louis, so I was very familiar with the area. And it had a great theater program that I thought, you know what, I want to be a part of that.
When my mom was attending here, I was probably in like 4th, 5th, 6th grade, and every summer they had this Starlight Community Choir program going on where they would have a bunch of different songs, and they actually performed them on the outdoor stage when there was an outdoor stage at the Fine Arts Theater. And anytime there was a kid needed in a role or something, I got an opportunity to get my first acting chops doing that because I just happened to be there anyway while my mom was rehearsing. Then I became a student here myself after I graduated from high school, and I went off to major in theater and finished at UMSL. And I came back and continued to work with the theater throughout the years from time to time to stay with the family and the community, and ended up getting hired here working again with the theater department. So it's been part of my life a long time.
Yeah, so I came here in fall of '71, Festus graduate. My girlfriend, Kathy, went to Crystal City High School. I went to Festus. I was a year ahead of her, so I came out here for a semester.
There was a long-standing tradition of Jeffco had a really good music, even early on, like that.
Sure.
And a piano teacher that I had in high school recommended I come here and study with the piano teacher here.
And then we both went on to Murray State University after that. I didn't miss a beat when I went to Murray State because this faculty around here were fabulous.
I had finished my doctorate at the University of Iowa and was looking for a job. And I interviewed at a number of different places around the country and had never been to St. Louis or the St. Louis area before and thought it might be fun. I was excited to get the interview here. I remember driving down for my interview and just seeing all the rolling hills and everything, and it was just kind of struck by how beautiful it was down here, and then met the other faculty that were on the committee and just had a really good feeling. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not normally like this, but leading up to my interview here at the college, I started getting these little signs that kind of made me feel like this was going to be like I had no idea what to expect, but I was like, I think this is the place for me, even before I was here.
After I graduated high school, I didn't know really what to do. I graduated from Fox in 1993. I went to Merrimack Community College for a semester, and honestly, I felt pretty lost in there. It was a big school. There wasn't a whole lot of interpersonal contact with the teachers or the staff that I really even knew what I was doing. And I had a friend that I graduated with that was in the music program here at Jeffco, and he kept talking to me and asking me to come in and just check it out. That was, I think, maybe in November of '93, and I came down for the spring semester, and it was great. I loved the faculty. I loved the smallness of it, the interpersonal connections. The faculty was always just very welcoming. They want to help you out and help you succeed. And they care. They care about the students, which is something that I loved.
I think they need to look it over very well. Just don't take somebody's word for it. Don't come because mom and dad came here. Come because they want to. Get to know that faculty. I think that's one of the biggest pluses that they have here with the fine arts, is that they have so many fine faculty. And the faculty are not just going to come in and recognize you as a number. They're going to know you as a name. And that's another advantage of coming to Jefferson College rather than going to starting off in a 4-year program, because in a lot of classes, you're a number. Let's face it, there may be 200-300 in a class in some of these lecture halls, where here you get to know the teachers. And I think that's very important.
Over the years, the moments that matter most have happened both on and off stage. Late night rehearsals, first exhibitions, opening nights, applause, encouragement, and the quiet confidence that comes from creating something meaningful together. These experiences became memories that last a lifetime.
Because of the vision we had of actually reaching out in the community more with music, instrumental and choral music, and expanding our repertoire, our class offerings in music, we thought of the Starlight Chorus as being a summer group where lighter repertoire was used. I think 1970, we sang our first Starlight Chorus concert on the east side of the Arts and Science Building, outdoors. We had a 2 or 3 night performance. That was while the Fine Arts Building was being built. And so the following year, 1971, we moved on stage in outdoor theater. Now the community chorale came along about 5 years later. We had that group, which was also a combined community group with the college singers. We started that because we wanted to do some major works, like Handel's Messiah. Haydn's creation and some major oratorio things.
I think the production that I liked most as the teacher was the production of Godspell that we did. It's a show that just speaks to people, and that was fun. It was just fun to do. But the biggest production, I think, was a joint production between the theater department and the music department. Again, while Richard Bell was here, we did a production of New Moon. We had outdoor function, food, all kinds of activities going on around the production that occurred in the outdoor theater. And the entire Starlight Chorus provided the chorus for the show. Scott Bakula was also part of our program, not as a student, but in the summer. He's a really nice guy. They did a Quantum Leap episode where he jumped into an actor, his life, and he performed Man of La Mancha, which is one of the ones that he did here.
I also performed 21 times with the theater program. So I've been in quite a few of the plays there. I do have one spectacular memory. The director, Dr. Rebecca Ellison, was putting on a play to celebrate the anniversary of the college going back to 1963 when we were formed. And there was a play she found that was quite obscure called A Case of Libel.
Thank you, sir. Miss Clary, your witness.
Never would have heard of it. And she asked me to help out with that as the judge in the play. It's a courtroom drama. And something really magical happened that particular production, which is that we were contacted early on by a New York theater critic who had written a book about the 1963 theater season. And he said, hey, I've never actually seen A Case of Libel, and I found through whatever ears I have on the ground that you guys are doing it. Can I come to see your play? And it was like, well, yeah. So the Saturday performance comes, the play's going well, and the director approaches me at the end and say he showed up. And the cast doesn't know that by New York theater critic, I mean somebody who gets to vote on the Tony Awards. A man who has seen, he has a log of it, 10,000 Broadway plays. Literally. And he comes and attends our play, A Case of Libel, and then Rebecca comes out after the play's over, everybody's left in the audience, everybody stay put, we're not changing clothes just yet, and brings this little gentleman in here, and he proceeds to explain who he is, and he starts praising. I mean, this man had the kindest heart in the world. He praises the cast, he praises the production. This is a guy who's seen Broadway plays his whole life. And the kids were crying. They were so amazed, and his remarks are so generous, it's so sweet. And he's talking how good a job they did and how impressed he was with everybody. This is serious stuff. He goes back and he writes for his on his online material. He says, yeah, I was just in Hillsborough, Missouri, and I saw a community college production of A Case of Libel. When I wrote about it in my book, I didn't think much of the play because I'd never seen it and I'd only read it. But when I saw them to do it, I didn't realize how good it was, and proceeded then to offer very kind, very public praise for the performance that we had done here at Jeffco. And the opportunity to be a part of that, because when is this ever going to happen in your life that you're part of something that gets praised by somebody so knowledgeable and again with such a kind heart? But that's one of those memories that I'm never going to forget it.
So this is the Quanta 73 album. It was a big deal back then because in 1973, when we recorded this, jazz in schools was not really accepted. It was new. It started happening a little bit in the 60s, so it was really groundbreaking that John Arndt started the first jazz band here in college, where you could get credit. And so we took this picture outside the Fine Arts building out in the woods. I'm sitting there holding my bass guitar. That's my favorite memory was being in that band.
Well, one of my favorite memories from the very first year teaching here, and in fact, it was my very first rehearsal that I ever led with the jazz ensemble here at the college. I had a pretty well-balanced band from the very beginning, which is kind of rare as a new person coming in. I was really thrilled about that, but I was missing one trombone part. And so I asked the students in the band, I said, hey, do you guys know anybody? We need someone to fill this trombone chair. And they all said, oh, well, our friend Jordan plays baritone or euphonium or something like that, but he doesn't play trombone. And at the time, the college owned a valve trombone. And so I said, I bet we could get him to play valve trombone. I said, get this Jordan kid on the phone right now. And they called him, and in the middle of rehearsal, they said, hey, Jordan, the new jazz director at Jefferson College wants to talk to you. And they hand me the phone. I have no idea who this kid is. I said, Jordan, do you want to play in the jazz band? Oh, well, I don't play trombone. We have a valve trombone. And he goes, okay, I guess so. When should I come out? I said, how about right now? What are you doing right now? And so he literally drove out like that moment and came and sat in on our first rehearsal. We gave him the valve trombone. He figured it out, and he played in the band every semester after that. And now Jordan is the band director at Potosi High School.
It's difficult to say what my favorite memories are, but I would say that all of my good memories involve the theater and all of my work there, because the theater has allowed me to meet so many amazing people. I mean, I'm directing my 80th production right now. And I mean, if you think about how many people have come in and out of my life in that time, I have been incredibly blessed to work with amazing people, wonderful colleagues, but also to be able to direct some amazing students and get involved with different community members and have them involved with the theater. And so every joyful, wonderful, happy memory I have is tied to a show.
I enjoy not just the performing part of it, but also getting to be around smart and talented people who also are interested in the same thing I'm interested in. You know, they're not just, you know, sometimes in high school plays you can find people who are doing it because it's kind of part of the social game. You know, it's like, well, you're popular, so you're going to be cast as the lead or things like that. And I didn't really find that that game was being played. It was a, you know, cream of the crop. We're going to have fun. We're going to do our craft was the exciting thing for me. So yeah, I was just, and getting to meet lovely and talented people.
I probably never would have even become a fine art major without coming to Jefferson College and trying to figure things out from the beginning. I credit Blake Carroll with like turning the art department here around to really start to grow it. He just did so much to enrich the art department. I mean, he was teaching almost every class back then. I think he really elevated the quality of the art education here at Jefferson College. Definitely influenced me to further my art education and even to come back.
I have learned that I enjoy so much in terms of theatrical fine arts, as well as, you know, just regular fine arts in general. While being in just the fine arts program, while procuring my fine arts degree, I learned that photography isn't the only thing I enjoy. I enjoy drawing. I enjoy all forms of digital art as well. And Professor Nahira and Professor Sullivan really helped foster my love for all forms of art and really encouraged, you know, it's not about having talent, it's about learning about it and just developing your skill.
For many, fine arts at Jefferson College has been more than an academic path. They've been a turning point. A place to find a voice, build confidence, discover purpose, and develop skills that extend far beyond the arts. Ask anyone what Jefferson College means to them, and you'll hear a common theme: support, opportunity, and connection.
It's just home base. It is. It's absolutely a jewel of Jefferson County. The taxpayers, I think, sometimes don't realize how wonderful it is here. And it's not just for the students. The community members are welcome to come in and sing and play in the groups at the music department. There are plays to go to, there are sporting events to go to. Just come out and walk the campus. It's just a wonderful place, a great setting here in the countryside, and it's very welcoming.
One word comes to mind when I think of Jefferson College or when I hear it in conversation, and that's the word opportunity. With fine arts, It is an opportunity to delve deeper into who you are and who you want to be and the role that you want to play in society, the changes that you want to make to help humanity. And that, to me, is what Jefferson College offers our students, offers the community at large in our fine arts programs.
It is a college of opportunity. We had many students who came here because they didn't have to leave home. They could keep a job and keep raising their families while taking fewer classes, while they couldn't go to a four-year university and drop everything to do that. There were others who found Jefferson College was better suited to their temperament.
I think the program has impacted my life by introducing me to so many new people and showing me just like so many people of different backgrounds and like getting to make new friends and see that it's like, oh, my life isn't just, you know, this one little pocket, this one place. There's so much more and so many great people and just so much fun that you can have getting to, because I've been homeschooled my whole life, right? So getting to go to like, you know, like a college and everything, it's just opened up my world so much.
The fine arts programs have impacted me in such an important way because there's this discussion, I think, in our culture of the lack of third spaces is a conversation that comes up a lot lately. You know, it used to be you and your friends would go to the bar after work, or you might go to the park, or you might go to the library. And just last night, I was having just a great conversation with someone, and I'm thinking to myself, I wouldn't be able to have this discussion and talk to this person and become friends with this person if I didn't have this third place to go. That wasn't work, that wasn't school, that was this place where we're just getting together to, you know, we're doing something, we're working on a project together, but we're also getting to meet up and have fun and learn about each other and connect. So for me, it's been a wonderful experience of getting to meet like-minded people, friendly people, accepting people, kind people, and just that enriches my life so much, just getting to do that.
It really is an important focal point in this whole community. And I think that's much bigger with Jeffco than, say, the community colleges in St. Louis and some of the other ones. It's a real community-oriented things. I teach some private piano students that do their homeschool classes out here, you know, that kind. So it really is. We used to have more community education. I remember when I was teaching here the first time, that was in the early 80s, they asked me to develop a children's class piano, you know, because there was community dance and piano. So over the years, just a lot of integration with the community is a big deal. It's important for a community college to have that outreach, I think.
Hopefully that it's really a hub for the arts, I think, in Jefferson County. And that not only do we offer opportunities for community people to come and perform with our ensembles. Our wind ensemble is a community group. Our community choir on Thursday nights is a community group. So people can come and perform with us, but also to offer all the concerts that we have of our own ensembles, as well as the PACE series where we bring in national and internationally known guest artists to perform. So the fact that we provide all that as a college, and it's right here in the middle of Hillsborough, and people from the entire county can come and see the types of performances, especially with the guest artists, that they would not be able to see unless they drove all the way into St. Louis.
I don't think I was ready for a four-year university when I graduated high school. So when I came to Jefferson College, the incredible staff and the students and the experience here made me feel comfortable and helped me, because the entire goal was they knew that I wanted to be a band director and I wanted to be a professional musician, and they knew for that to happen that I would have to leave Jefferson College with the necessary skills and traits, and they helped me get there so that my transfer to university was so smooth and seamless, which allowed me to meet even other wonderful teachers that allowed me to be a band director. So then when I came back to Jefferson County and I started teaching, it was just building on the foundation that Jefferson College helped me build. So I don't say this lightly. This is my 26th year in education, and if it weren't for Jefferson College, I would not be where I'm sitting right now.
Today, that tradition continues with the renovation and expansion of the fine arts facilities. This new space represents more than updated classrooms and performance areas. It's an investment in creativity, in students, and in the cultural life of Jefferson County. A space designed to inspire the next generation of artists, performers, and creators.
From my vantage point, this is kind of the biggest thing that I've ever been involved with in terms of my experience in the fine arts at any institution as a student or faculty member. This was kind of the biggest undertaking, the biggest reward at the end, I guess. You know, the carrot, it was a very giant carrot, and now we get to enjoy it, and so it's really exciting.
The renovation is very meaningful. So often, arts programs just don't get like the funding or the support that they really need. So getting to have this like giant, gorgeous rework of the building, I think really, it helps reinforce the idea that the arts are important.
It could really help out the community for bringing in people. We get calls from people. I do paintings and I just want a place to show it, and we've never really had a good dedicated gallery. The gallery is something I've been pushing for since I first got here. It'll help us with getting in visiting artists and being able to have some community artists out. I think it's a huge thing to finally get a dedicated, securable gallery in the Fine Arts Building.
Having such a nice space for community to meet and look over students' art and be able to share that with everyone, I think that's going to be a really great addition, and I am really excited to see the first art exhibition happen.
This expansion of the fine arts facility, as far as developing the new music, rehearsal space, as well as our lobby, the elevator, its accessibility. This expansion allows us to do so much more with our students and for the community at large.
For me, my excitement, my great pride is that elevator. I have been begging for handicapped access. And I will say, one of the really nice things about the way I will take pride in this, we didn't just administratively say, here's what you get, we're done. We talked with the art and the music and the theater people. And we said, here's what we're looking at doing. How is this going to meet your needs? What problems do you see? And we modified and modified and modified and modified and modified to finally get something where everybody could look at it and go, we can live with that. This is going to be good. This is going to be much better than what we've had before. And I've walked through the new construction. I am just loving how gorgeous and friendly and valuable this is going to be for all of our programs to be able to do their work properly.
For me, this is massive because coming to this college was such a great opportunity, but one of the biggest challenges was our rehearsal space. And with a group of 55 people in our current band room has always been a challenge. We have instrument storage in the back, we have percussion instruments jammed into the back of the room, and people are trying to climb over one another, music stands are falling on top of one another every time we meet for rehearsal, every time. But this type of rehearsal space is really, it's going to be absolutely amazing.
I like the bigger room, for sure. I've been performing in the wind ensemble for since my junior year of high school. So I've pretty much had 4 years in that tiny band room, where it's cramped and you really couldn't get anywhere. In this new space, it is big enough for 3 different ensembles to have all of their setup, like their entire equipment set up, without it interfering with each other.
It's also very important for recruiting purposes because most of our local high schools, some of the larger high schools, have built brand new rehearsal and performance facilities. And so in order for us to recruit students into our program for music and arts, we have to have a state-of-the-art facility.
Having the expansion allows us to really grow the percussion program. It gives us more space to rehearse, to play, to try new pieces of music, to have more people get involved. And then just from a community point of view, anytime a community invests in the fine arts, it's always heartwarming because many times the fine arts are forgotten about. So when any college or university makes a commitment to say, no, the arts are important, here's a new facility for that growth, that's really encouraging.
It's huge. Build it and they will come. So I'm sure. I see these numbers all the time, so it seems like they're doing great. It's pretty impressive.
To those considering their own creative journey, the message is simple. Start here. Whether your goal is a career in the arts or a passion you carry throughout your life, Jefferson College offers a place to explore, to grow, and to belong. As the fine arts programs enter this new chapter, one thing remains unchanged: the commitment to creativity, community, and the power of the arts to transform lives.
The first thing I would tell anyone about getting involved with the fine arts program is do it. I mean, you put aside all of the stuff of, oh, I don't play an instrument very well, or oh, I'm not a good actor, or I can't sing, or I can't even draw a stick figure. Stop it. Just do it.
Don't give yourself any chance to have any doubt. If you are graduating from college and you want to be a music major and take a similar career path than I did, this is the perfect place for you.
As a music degree, it's an amazing opportunity because they can come, they can do 2 years of music courses and gen ed courses and get the AFA degree, and all of those music courses transfer to whatever university they might want to go to finish their bachelor's degree in music or bachelor's degree in music ed. And of course, with A+ and with music scholarships the students are able to receive, they can attend here 10 times cheaper than they would be able to attend any university.
It is an amazing bang for the buck. So come here, fine-tune your craft, get all of that time and experience so that if you go to a university where you're surrounded by a lot more people and a lot of competition, you're prepared for it. And you're going to get more one-on-one and hands-on experience than you're going to get elsewhere.
Art professors here have the same degrees that Yale professors have, the WashU professors have. They all have the MFA. It's just a great place to start, especially close to home. You can really, you have so much one-on-one interaction with the instructors. If you go to a big university, the professors will actually be active artists, but a lot of times they're not the ones teaching you. The TAs are teaching you, and that's not everywhere, but some of the bigger universities, that's kind of what happens.
And plus, this is a wonderful institution because not only can you do this all the way through the 2 years or 3 years that you might be in college, but you're a community member and you can play in the ensembles or sing in the ensembles for as long as you want. And I think that is a treasure.
It really is an important focal point in this whole community. And I think that's much bigger with Jeffco than, say, the community colleges in St. Louis and some of the other ones.
If someone was going to go into fine arts, I would just say, whatever interests you, go ahead and do it. If you want to join the theater, if you want to join the choir, join the band, or anything like that, just do it because you're going to gain so much from it.
One of the things I really love, and this gets back to kind of, the community orientation of what we're doing, I feel like certain places, certain colleges, you have to sort of fit into a certain box in order to participate or to participate fully. At Jefferson College, you can either be wanting to try something completely new or kind of rekindle an old passion. Maybe you played throughout college and then got a desk job and didn't play your instrument anymore and are really feeling like you want to get back into it, and we offer opportunity for that. And we also offer opportunities for people who are serious about a career in the arts and they want to get to that next level.
It is an opportunity for you to grow, and you have to give it your all. But the opportunities are there. We have an excellent music faculty. When I was here, we only had 4, and it's expanded to everybody has a specialty. There's a trumpet specialty and a saxophone specialty and a voice specialty, and the opportunities for performances are just unbelievable.
There's such a wealth of experience. You're talking to working people who are doing this and are also teaching and also giving their time. But at the same time, students who have that like mind. When you're in high school, you can often have the experience of doing art just because it's an easy A or there's a popularity contest involved. It's like, oh, the leading lady is played by the popular girl or whatever. This is not that. This is, we're coming in because we want to work and we want to do this.
There's definitely a spot for everybody in the fine arts program. Whether or not you think you're a good player or you think you're a good singer or you think you're a good actor, it doesn't matter because there's always a spot for somebody.
If you come here with a good attitude, and I've told people this particularly about the theater program, which I have the most experience with, you come here, you show up on time, you learn your lines, you do what you say you're going to do. And you will be cast in place. You will be able to be on stage. You may not be the lead. I mean, I've not been the lead. I've been in 21 plays. I haven't been the lead every time. I've typically not been the lead. That's fine.
When you say involved, I realized that we had people who came out for the play, for example, and I was in, well, one play here. You're awfully busy when you're teaching music. You barely have time, but I did. But we had people who came out for the play from the community every year and acted. And you always will have. It gives them a good outlet and a good place.
Come and you try your hand at all the different things and find something that you like and stick with it. You will learn to develop your skills here no matter which path you choose, and you're being taught by the best folks around.
If you don't want to be a band director or a full-time professional musician, the arts can still enrich your life.
The fine arts expands your mind. It will broaden you, it will help you with your thought and the way you think.
You never know what you can do as a person. And the theater and music gives you the opportunity to try. That experience, people need that. The greatest thing I think that the community college does is it teaches people that they can express themselves, and in many different ways.
Open yourself up to new opportunities, to being creative. And if it really is all just absolutely a no on fine arts for you, support the fine arts.
Don't be afraid to make yourself available, and don't be afraid to express things that you're interested in, because it really is a place where opportunities will open for you if you let them know that you're interested in doing it. You can try things. You don't have to come in knowing how to do all these things.
You're going to make so many relationships in the art program. The experiences I had in the fine arts program, I think truly shaped who I am. And the relationships that I found in the art program shaped who I am and who I want to become.
It became like a second home to me. So no matter where I was in life, what I was doing, I knew there was always a place for me back at Jefferson College.
And there's always a place for you at Jefferson College, whether as a student, community performer, or audience member. Join us as we sketch our next chapter in bold new strokes.
When did you get to compromise with life? Have a talk about how you're gonna thrive. You're looking at me like I'll never leave it, and I can't shake the fact that we're growing.